Corey.
Okay.
I'm Kylan, and RJ is not here.
Got it.
So, for the current market for Disney Plus coming in 2019, online streaming service like Netflix, Hulu, they're looking to have their own Disney movies and TV shows. Streaming service, CEO Bob Iger's biggest priority for 2019, and they're looking to be Netflix's biggest competitor. So this picture here shows the use of time spent watching TV shows among the U.S. internet users by generation and device. And this was from a couple years ago. And so red is TV. So you can see that the senior age spends 90% of their time watching TV. And if you go up to millennials, they only spend 43% of the time on a TV and 57% of the time on a smartphone, tablet, or desktop using Netflix, Hulu, other streaming services.
Okay.
So.
Our investment product, we're investing in Disney in the hopes that Disney Plus will raise the stock price and bring more people to want to invest in the company. Since television is their largest income as of now, the graph is pretty moderate for going up and down. It started
103.39.
Yeah, and then it keeps dropping and goes back up. And we looked at another graph where it was like when Frozen came out and it went up high, and then another Toy Story, or the older Toy Stories, it was pretty high when it went up, and now there's a new one coming out.
Okay.
And if that wasn't in the way, Disney Plus, the company is owned by Disney. I'm actually going to edit this so you can see. So as you can see, Disney owns Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, and we have an upcoming list of movies that are coming out under that. So why invest? According to Yahoo Finance, Disney is expected to have one of its biggest years in 2019. The online streaming of TV shows and movies has become a higher demand in recent years. Disney Plus is expected to come in 2019 and is CEO Bob Iger's biggest priority, and will now hold Disney shows and movies. And large movie names coming in 2019, such as Aladdin, Dumbo, The Lion King, Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Captain Marvel, Star Wars Episode 9, and The Avengers Endgame.
Our rationale, single stock because Disney is expected to have a great 2019 with the release of Disney Plus, the rising continuous high holding point of online streaming services, Disney's influence over the movie and television industry.
And so here's our projected outcome of investment for Disney this year. So we're looking to invest $1,000. Price per share at the time we make this is $109.64, and the end price expectation as just the stock is $117.57. So we looked at Disney's average return on investment, and it had a high of 21.22%, and we're looking to meet or break that because of how big of a 2019 Disney is looking to have. So our return amount at the minimum would be $1,212. And this here is a forecast chart of from 2008 until 2020, which we're looking to beat with the release of Disney Plus. So, and we believe that that Disney Plus will have a huge impact on their stock price and will help make a lot of money through this stock.
So when you look at that, with like for the end, if you started this in 2019 right now at $109 a share, and you would, that projection would show 120, you think the projection would maybe be right on or maybe even a little low from what you're expecting with Disney Plus and all the streaming services available?
We believe through the research we've gathered in the movies coming out that in fact when Frozen released, the stock price went up $5 alone at the time Frozen released. So through the $8 just under that it would be this year, looking and thinking through the research that it would in fact be much higher than 120. So
okay.
This is our minimum expectation, and we're looking that it would be a lot higher than that. So is there any questions you have with previous slides that you'd like us to go back to?
No, I think it was very well presented, and I think you could make a very strong argument for that, especially, you know, I like the slide that you showed with all the old people that watch TV, and how I just look at it with even my family, having younger children. We watch some TV, but most of it is all on devices, and I think, like you said, comparing it to like a Netflix and then trying to compete with Netflix, and then looking at some of the companies that they owned. I didn't know that they owned some of those companies, so I thought it was very well presented. Do you know when, so Frozen 2 is coming out this year. Do you remember when Frozen, the first movie, came out?
I believe it was 2011 or 2012.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And
so if you look at that graph at that time, 2011 or 12, it was like at $40 a share, or a little below.
Yep.
So a $5 jump at that point just for that movie would have been substantial.
Yes.
Okay.
And with the list of movies, we're looking to have it be like one movie $5. All these names, and they're not just movies that resonate with young kids. The Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo resonates with a very large group.
So those movies, I remember those movies growing up, and they're just making those movies now available on a streaming platform.
They're coming out this year.
Okay,
so,
got it.
And Disney is gonna hold them on their platform. And
Great.
And another benefit with Disney Plus is and Disney alone is that it's going to be cheaper than Netflix. They're thinking around $6.99 for the monthly. And Netflix, I think if you have 4 or 5 screens that you can stream at once, it goes upwards of $12 a month.
Okay.
So $6.99 is substantially less for movies and shows that resonate with ages all the way up until the older generations we showed. So.
Okay. No, that's all the questions I have. Great job.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.